Hello everyone. Previously, we had discussed about the OOPS concepts as well as the solid principles for the system design or end system design. So, we'll be discussing about the different design patterns in system design. So, let's discuss about the same along with the examples so that we understand the concepts clearly, right? So, first, let's discuss what are design patterns. So, design patterns in system design, basically they are reusable solutions to common software design problems. Again, I'm telling design patterns in system design are reusable solutions to the common software design problems. They basically help in improving the flexibility, scalability, and maintainability of the system. This is simple, right? They help in basically they help improve the flexibility, scalability, and maintainability of the system. So here we'll be discussing about the several design patterns commonly that is used in the system design, right? So let's go one by one. Initially, let's go with the singleton pattern. So mainly I just wanted to say one thing. We'll be discussing about the 10 most used design patterns commonly used in the system design. So the first one that we'll be going with is singleton pattern. So let's try to understand what is singleton pattern first, and then let's see the same thing with a simple example. So initially, the singleton pattern ensures that a class has only one instance and provides a global point of access to it. So again, I'm telling this is simple. So singleton, while we say singleton pattern, it ensures that a class has only one instance and provides a global point of access to it, right? So let's try to understand the same thing with a very simple example. So let's go with the lazy initialization, right? So let me come here. So let's go with the singleton pattern example, right? Nothing but I'll be going with the lazy initialization. So let me come here. Let me quickly give here class singleton. So here, let me make use of the static keyword. Let me give here instance. I'll just come out of this. No, sorry. Let me make use of the constructor here. Pass the parameter value. So within this one, I'll quickly write one condition, nothing but singleton dot instance. Then we will just return instance of the singleton. So I'll just keep in this way. This is fine. We are just returning the existing instance if already created here. That is the reason we'll be making use of, we have made use of if condition, right? So I'll just come out of this condition. What I'll do, let's set the value for the singleton instance. So I'll just give here this dot value. Let's initialize the value, right? So also let me make use of here singleton dot instance. Let me set this one to the this. Nothing but we are caching the instance for the future use. That's what we are doing here, right? So this line, the line number 9, whatever I have written here, this one. So basically we are caching the instance for the future use. So I'll just come out of this one. So next, let me make use of get value method. So I'll just give here get value. So let's quickly return here this dot value. Nothing but what we have done here, we are returning the value of the singleton instance within the get value method. I'll just come out of this class, singleton class entirely. So let's go with the usage, right? So initially, let me create the first instance. I'll just give here S1. It's new singleton of, we have to pass something within the string, right? I'll just give here, in my case, as I've said, I'll just give here first instance. And also let's try to attempt to create a second instance as well. The same thing, right? I'll just give here new singleton of second instance. So this is fine. Let me quickly come here. Let me log the value of the S1 by making use of the get value. So here we have made use of the get value this here method, right? This one. So I'm just logging the this one. Just logging S1 along with the get value. So I have to get the output here first instance because we are passing the first instance within the string here. You can clearly see. I'll just come here and log here S1. Let's compare S1 with the S2. So the output that we need to get here should be in the form of the boolean, right? Because we are comparing S1 with the S2. This has to give true basically. Both references point to the same instance, right? So that is the reason we need to get the output true. So I'll quickly explain what I have done here. Then let's try to this one run the code here. So here initially we are going with a lazy initialization example, right? So here what we are doing, we have defined a constructor here basically. So within the constructor what we are doing, we are returning the existing instance if already created. You can clearly see here. Also we have set the value for the singleton instance here, this one, and we are caching the instance for the future use. That's what we did. Also we are making use of the get value this one method, and we are returning the value of the singleton instance, right? So after creating the first instance and the second instance, we are trying to log the this one S1 also with the get value, and we are comparing S1 with the S2. So the output that we need to get here is first instance and true. So let's try to run the code. If we quickly come here, I'll give here node. So I have considered singleton pattern.js, right? So here you can clearly see the output that we are getting here is first instance and true, which is absolutely correct. So I hope the concept of this one singleton pattern is completely clear. This is the simple example. So you can please do try out with the different examples, right? So the next pattern that we'll be discussing is factory pattern. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.